Breaking news, protesters demonstrating against President Donald Trump's visit to Milwaukee and Mount Pleasant for the Foxconn groundbreaking are blocking a freeway ramp right now.
The area we're talking about is right downtown, very busy spot. The ramp is just off of 794, and our Corrine Zell has been with the protesters this morning and joins us now live for an update. Corrine, is it a freeway off ramp? This is a spot where you're on the freeway and trying to get off into downtown?
And possibly go to Summerfest, but we've just noticed in the last couple of minutes, if you take a look behind me at the off-ramp, these cars are all backing up. So this was totally gridlocked. I could not see the end of where the cars were backed up, and it must have been one line at a time. I saw a lot of people getting out of their cars here, and they were communicating with each other. So I think the drivers actually made a plan to get out of the situation, because we're going on about an hour now that Voices de la Frontera group has been here protesting the president in town. You know, they made their way through downtown, they stopped at the Pfister, got as close to the hotel as they could, blocked off a couple intersections, but then have been here for the last hour or so. And you could tell some drivers at the beginning were supporting this group, waving, kind of giving them the, high fives as they were walking up and down the ramp, but then it turned to frustration. People were starting to get out of their cars, put their hands on their hips. Some people were getting out of their cars with bags, just trying to get to work. So now you can see they've actually worked together to get themselves out of this situation here. I couldn't even see the end of the line of cars, and now there's only a few left at this point. But the protesters are still here. They have the whole intersection blocked off. They're here to protest immigration, the majority of them. I also want to swing the camera around to the other side. You can see we've got a handful of Milwaukee police officers here with their bikes. Now, at first they were on the side of the street, then they moved to the middle of the intersection so that traffic could move back and forth behind them safely without hitting any of the protesters, but they haven't intervened. And sometimes in the past, when there have been protests like this, once the group gets off the sidewalk, they will make arrests or at least give them a warning to get out of the way. But we haven't seen that happen here at this point. So they are here to protect the protesters. They haven't asked the protesters to move at all. And they've, for the most part, just been standing here now for about an hour with different chants. And we'll see what they have next. I asked what their plan is, and they said they do have a plan to keep on moving, but that they didn't want to give that away ahead of time. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Corrine. And we want to get to a map of exactly where this is so you can take a look if you are headed in that area, where you need to avoid. If we can show the map right here. Corrine is located off at that off-ramp. If we can zoom in just a little bit more to give people a better vantage point of where these protesters have shut down an off-ramp off of I-43.
So I think this is if you're headed northbound into the city on the Hone Bridge, right? And then you want to turn to go westbound on I-94 and get off right downtown. It's one of those ramps. So it doesn't look like other traffic or other freeway traffic is being impacted. So this would be just if you're coming in from Bayview, for example, go over the Hone Bridge and you're headed toward downtown. This would be one of the first ramps that gets you off in downtown. And again, that's just based on what I can see here from this perspective. So you see the ramp that comes down right there off of the Hone Bridge. That's what it looks like right there, and it appears to be fairly localized to that spot.
Yeah, and you can see that these drivers right here, this BMW is actually backing up on the ramp. Corrine, as she just reported, that people have been at this for about an hour. This is not the only protest going on. We are expecting a 4-hour-long protest actually in Mount Pleasant in Racine County, not too far from where the president is giving remarks and where the groundbreaking will take place.
And we understood much of the protesters would be moving down to that area at some point. So it's not clear how long they plan to stake out this location. Today's TMJ4 obviously on top of that breaking news for you. We'll continue to follow it here online and on our mobile app as well as our social media platforms.